Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Professor Vwenzl, and I am going to be teaching your Nursing Issues class, Nursing 3050, for this next 8 weeks. And I don't know about you, but I am really excited. The book is so exciting. It talks about issues that nursing is having. First, it'll talk a little bit about education, and we'll get into more issues as we go. But it's so interesting, the stuff that I've read out of there, so I hope you guys will enjoy it as much as I have so far that I've done. Just a little bit about myself so you know. I started out my nursing career back in 1978 as going to Southeast Community College to become an LPN. And then about 5 years after that, I went to Bryan's School of Nursing, which is what it was called back then, to become a diploma RN. And then after all these years at home, I raised kids and we lived on a farm, and I worked full-time at Beatrice in the hospital there as an RN, first as an LPN, then as an RN. And then when the kids kind of moved out, I kind of got the bug to go back to school. So I went back for my bachelor's degree, and I went to Clarkson College in Omaha. And I picked that college mainly because they have a good college and a good way of teaching nurses, but it was all online. And that's what I wanted. Working full-time, I wanted to be able to do online courses. So the thing with online courses, which you've probably already found out, is that you really have to be motivated and you really have to work at it. You don't have a teacher sitting there telling you have to do this now, and you don't go to a class every week. You just follow along on the blackboard and do the work that you're supposed to do. So, and we'll get into more of that later. Anyway, when I got done with my bachelor's degree in 2009, I decided that before I got scared or chickened out or whatever, I went back for my master's degree. And I did that at UNMC here in Lincoln. They actually have a little a site downtown I think it's in the Wells Fargo building down there. I can't really remember now, but so in 2009 I started that program, and I finished that in 2011, and I was in the clinical nurse specialist track. So I have a master's degree as a clinical nurse specialist. And what clinical nurse specialists are they're educators and they're advocates, and they're like researchers. They do a lot of everything. All those years I've been working since I got my RN, and since I started my LPN, I worked at the Beatrice Hospital for 10 years with my LPN for the first 5 and then my RN for the second 5. And then I came up here to St. Elizabeth's in Lincoln, and I've worked there for the last 25 years. The first year I worked intensive care, and then after that, the second year and through the rest of the years, I worked in labor and delivery. So that's kind of my forte, and I love labor and delivery. I also think there's a lot of nursing things that go on out there that we don't just learn when we're in the hospital, like this nursing issues class is going to teach you, so this will be a really good thing. I had a nursing issues class in my master's program, and it was great. Taught me a lot of things about nursing that I didn't know, and I hope we'll do that with you too. So anyway, this position opened up at Wesleyan, so now I'm here teaching and looking so forward to that. My personal life is that I am married, and we will be celebrating our 38th anniversary here in a day or two. Actually, tomorrow. October 7th, because you don't know what date this is, but actually tomorrow, 38 years. We have 2 sons. One of them lives in Omaha, and he is married to his wife, of course, and they have 4 kids. And so my grandchildren are growing up way faster than I wanted them to, but my oldest is a 15-year-old who now works at McDonald's and goes to school and is involved in swimming and music and band and you name it. And my next one is a boy, and he is 14, and he's involved in swimming, and he's a freshman in high school. The next one down is 12, and she is in middle school, and she is involved in taekwondo and whatever. So I have lots of trips to Omaha. And then the 4th one is she's in middle school too. She's in 6th grade middle school, and she is involved in gymnastics in school and does a really good job of it. So as you can imagine, I do lots of traipsing back and forth between Omaha and here. My son right now is in school at UNMC to get his master's degree in, I think it was accounting. So when he graduated from high school, he didn't really want to go to college, so he waited till he was married and had 4 kids and works full-time now at a job and also goes to school. So I'm sure some of you are like that too, have full-time jobs and are going to school for a degree. I think maybe your bachelor's degree in this course. My other son is a lawyer, and he lives in Minneapolis. He is single right now, but he has a very steady girlfriend that we're keeping our fingers crossed for. So my husband and I live here in Lincoln, and we are kind of empty nesters. When the boys moved out, we got dogs instead. And right now we're down to one dog, and her name is Chrissy. And she's a beautiful white fluffy dog, and I just love to have her around. But she's 10 years old, so we'll see how long we get to keep her. I personally love to go bike riding, and we live out at 95th and Old Cheney in that area, and I ride to Wesleyan whenever the weather's good. I'm about to the end of the season, but I love riding my bike. The trip in the morning is beautiful, and I don't have to put up with all the traffic, so I'm a bike rider. I also love to swim. I do a swimming aerobics, actually it's a swimming Zumba class at the Y, and that works out really well for me. So anyway, I just wanted to meet you and say hi, and we're going to see if I can get this uploaded because I've not done this Swivl thing before. And then the next one you will see will be me going over your syllabus. So when you start that one, it'll say start here or something like that on Blackboard. Please have your syllabus open because we are going to go through it from top to bottom, just so we know we got everything. Okay? So everybody have a good night, good day, good afternoon, whatever, and I will talk to you later.